That's fine. Stop. Stop. Short and sweet. Right, I wrote this. It's not going to be, but earmuffs may be required, okay? I may use a curse word or two, or a cuss word, like they call it down in Pennsylvania. It's cussing. You're cussing. Here is what you're going to need to know for this week, which is the 5th of November to the 11th of November, 1/11/11. Make a wish.
Ooh, 11/11. Yes, indeed. Stay tuned and be entertained. What in the world kind of batshittery will Shane be channeling today, huh? What do you think? Welcome to our podcast YouTube channel for daily-astrocat.com.
Correct. And if you like our energy and our vibe, cosmic rays, please follow and like this video. Follow us, hit the bell for notifications, all that stuff. You never know. It came up on a thing in the connections game, right? Social media actions, like, follow, subscribe.
Yes, it did.
Oh, yes, it did. Oh, yes, it did. See, we got one leg up for you already. Share this with your like-minded friends.
And visit the website. The link's in the notes below. Excuse me. You can listen to a short-form daily forecast there or anywhere you get your podcasts.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yes. Stop it. I'm adjusting. With the two cameras, I could cut that stuff off, but now I have to preen in public.
You're adjusting?
I'm adjusting my hair.
Your hair. Thank you for specifying.
Hello, beautiful friends, and thank you for joining us. Welcome to the Lunar Weekly Astrocat Preview. It's time to concentrate and focus.
Intentions set, our intentions well met.
I am Shane Terrell Jensen. That's me. I'm an astrologer. I like to interpret the daily influences of the moon on us, both of us, and our environs all around us, against the backdrop of modern Western astrology.
Yes, indeed. And I'm Carrie Jensen. I'm a kitchen witch, co-conspirator of this guy, and songstress and a neurospicy nerd for all things new age. Let's get this party started, huh?
All right. The moon is in the fourth quarter. Oh, this is where we do it like this. The moon in the fourth quarter is winding down. Unlike American football, the fourth quarter is not almost as long as the rest of the game. Saturn don't give you no timeouts in life.
Yes.
Right.
No timeouts.
Call time.
I mean, unless you refuse to do the work, then you're getting a big timeout, a big old timeout. You are like down for the count. That's like hospitalization, some nasty things. You have to listen to the limiting messages.
Limits are good, right?
Yes,
all right,
it is.
So listen. Americans are waking up an hour later today. It's a poignant reminder that the religious right would like to return us to the Dark Ages, as evidenced by the current Congress and the new Speaker of the House.
Oh, just all that old stuff.
Needless to say,
have a point
I'm
anymore.
Not a fan.
Yeah. I wish you'd keep politics out of this shit, though.
Okay, well, it's unavoidable today. Everybody will be on TV thinking that they're the greatest. Oh, we have the greatest plan for America. We have the greatest plan for this. Oh, we have to do this. Oh, we have to support Israel. Oh, no, we don't have to support Israel. We have to do this. We have to do that. We have to do, screw Ukraine. They don't need that. We're here for Russia. Yay! No, fuck this noise, okay? If we're bringing back the Dark Ages, what's next? Witch trials?
Oh, God. Fuck all that noise to the sun. Don't you have your own radical agenda this week, Shane?
If you mean my 3, possibly 4 videos, this is the second one, by the way, then yeah.
My goodness.
All of my friends get to look forward to me doing this. Hi, how you doing? And my slightly unfiltered ideas for this week.
I liked your unfiltered vampire. That was fun.
Yes, well, you have to listen to the dailies for that, right? So, Monday's a good day for it, though. Strange love, cool vibes, and a feeling of destiny. I know I'm speaking the truth, and so will you. You'll know you'll be speaking the truth to others.
What about the others?
Well, the people that don't watch this or don't know, they're going to be talking about what we can try to do, how we can try to do the work before us. You're either going to be really inspired or hopelessly lost in the process.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
A powerful Mercury-Neptune aspect that's going to enable us to project our voices to different places.
Mercury, Neptune, okay.
Yeah, maybe that's why I'm just swearing, because Neptune's like, you know what? You don't have a filter. And it's like, you're right, I don't.
Why are you going to pretend like you don't have a filter?
I just don't.
You do you, boo.
Listen, it's most likely that, or perhaps it's even in my own head. Neptune in my head telling me, don't have a filter. I got 3 cats sitting behind me when I wrote this, and now I'm the cat lord of the universe. And we can post that picture. Carrie has those pictures.
Actually,
so she's going to post them to our
do.
social media at daily-astrocat.com. You may even see it on Instagram because she's going to post it there as well. Right, Carrie?
Okay.
Right, Carrie?
Right. So it could be delusional as well.
Delusional? Oh, I'm delusional thinking you're going to do something?
No, that's the line you made me say, for crying out loud.
Okay, well, that's what it's supposed to make me feel like. Like I'm
okay.
delusional for expecting you to go do something like post on social media.
It might be.
Okay. So
anyways, are we going to go out and vote on Tuesday?
Of course we are. Politics may suck. But you know what? Disengaging, that's not an option. Mm-hmm. We have to be involved or lose our important right to bitch about the outcome. If you don't vote, you don't own any bitching rights.
That's right.
Simply put.
That's right.
Thematically, this week is all about the 2 fastest moving planets, besides the moon and the sun, be Mercury and Venus switching signs. Venus enters Libra. Libra is her own house. Yes, it's my house. Isn't it beautiful? It's house beautiful. It's one where beauty, balance, law, and order all are there, just arranged on the shelves like knickknacks or tchotchkes or something like that. Look,
here's
it's my scales.
Here's my beauty. Here's my balance. Here's my law. Here's my order.
This is a place where the champagne is always cold, the beds are warm, and almost always occupied. I knew you liked that line. As a house, the 7th house is all about contracts, partnerships, and marriage, which is just another contractual relationship.
Oh, that's all it is. It's just a contract.
And that also is the house of your known enemies. Because what happens when they break a contract?
Oh, oath breakers.
That's right, oath breakers. Smite! Smite! Like in the good old days, smite!
Oh, my goodness.
Venus smites you.
All right.
Because that's her house. You're my known enemy. Smite!
That's the term warlock, though. That's actually, it translates to oathbreaker. That's why they don't like calling male witches warlocks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. Anyhow, back to Libra. Libra's also all things in moderation. It's also equilibrium. It's also justice. And the drawbacks of Libra, they can kind of be too judgmental at times, indecisive, perhaps a touch vain.
That's interesting about warlocks. I'm more of a sorcerer myself.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Well, no, sorcerers have some form of natural ability that they were born from.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So...
yeah.
That's where I'm from. Venus in Libra refines our tastes and choices. This is a good time to redo a room. Oh, yes. Sign up for a wine club. Who knows?
Ooh.
Initiate a home improvement project.
Hey, you just put that in there.
I know I did. For us, it means that our creative efforts and relationships will take on a more beautiful subtone. Subwoofers for your romantic twists.
Subwoofers. Okay, we don't need that much drive power. No, not in my house. You said beautiful things, not clearing my walls or the countertops and furniture with the vibrations and walls. What are you on about? Scorpio season.
Subwoofers. Boom,
goodness sakes.
Boom, boom. All right. Speaking of vibrations, hey, vibrations, right? Good. Tonight's a good night for realizing some practical energy.
That'll leave the hard work for you. I'm close to useless during the week while I'm working.
Look, facts are facts, right? The day job is hard, okay? And we're going to say it, There's so many times you look at these charts and you're like, oh, my God, this would be a great day to come up with this expansive idea and this grand piece, and I can do my blue phase all in one night.
If I didn't have work.
Yeah, if I weren't exhausted at the end of a work day and come home and be like,
I'm just gonna grab something to eat.
There were leeches applied to my arms, Anyway, you're not the only one. I require a power nap more often than I would care to admit.
Hey, maybe somebody can catch this vibe, right?
Good.
So, what's something that you maybe wouldn't expect this week?
Oh, okay. That's a different kind of question, isn't it? It's a tough one. I'm feeling like my new workflow will make something better possible. But, then we kind of blow it on the weekends, and it doesn't get you a chance to get caught up because, we just can't function with stuff like that. So that's something that may be quite surprising. Look, I may have to condense some of my offerings and focus what is already there. Okay?
Although we were kind of discussing that weird conundrum. It's much like the conundrum of like taking time for exercise actually frees up time for you if you're putting in a little more stuff and not putting eggs in one basket and expecting it to happen all in one video type of thing. It's kind of you don't have quite so much pressure on one thing.
We're not waiting as long, and it's not as big an upload or anything like that. So technologically, it may be a little bit better. But, as far as like actually being better, we'll see. My own workflow's been condensed amazingly, and I'm not quite even sure what the reason for that is. I think it's because of just getting rid of some preconceived notions in my own head, and then just being able to free myself up, trying to work together better. All the things that I said that we had to do entering the Scorpio season, where we gave up on that idea of ourselves. We gave up on the idea of how we're communicating. We gave up on the idea of ego so we can work together in a partnership because we came from that Libra place. And when we crossed that South Node was when we actually gave that up. So then it's reformed by Haumea sitting in Scorpio. So that was kind of interesting.
But wait, there's more.
But wait, there is more. Mercury enters Sagittarius. Since we started with the sports theme of football, let's try this one, okay? Mercury enters Sagittarius and is promptly checked by Saturn. Okay. Saturn passes the puck to the moon. Oh, look at that. But wait, Mars and Uranus are in the corner. The gloves are coming off and it's going to come to blows. Hockey season is starting.
I guess so. Go Bruins, maybe.
Of course you're from around here. It's Go Bruins. Yeah. Go Bruins. Look,
I'm not the sports. I went to on a walk the other day. One of the neighbors, the one with the white hair and the dog in the baby carriage, asked where you were, and she asked if you were watching football or horse racing, and I'm like, neither. He's writing.
He's a writer.
And she's like, oh, well, that's good. But I was still walking and keeping my pace, and I just walked away thinking like, that feels really stinking good to say. How freaking cool is that, right?
And then she yells at me for writing all the time. Says all I do is work.
Yep.
Innovation pays off as we head into the weekend, okay? If all the astrologers were right in the conference that we went to, you'd be careful not to injure your head, okay? I say we use that noggin carefully to plan for our next technological breakthrough. You may see something different from us.
Kind of already are.
I'm open to the possibilities, and you should be too. Boldly experiment with ways to communicate your various messages out there, folks.
Yes.
All right.
You're probably going to want to change up how you're using the tools already in your toolbox. What if I need a longer screwdriver?
Well, in that case, it would be a software screwdriver, first of all. And I say break out the guitar and record a track over there, okay? Gather your forces, darkness approaches.
Darkness approaches.
Well, where do you see how dark it's going to get today? It's the first day of daylight savings here in the United States. Well, in our part of the United States. Different states have different rules.
Oh, do they?
Oh, yeah, it's stupid.
That's so stupid and stinky and weird and ridiculous.
It's just strange. There's like a handful of them that have daylight savings all the time. Arizona is on standard time, and Hawaii is on standard time, where they just don't bother changing it.
Yeah,
they just keep it like the natural. If I had a dog in this fight,
I mean, we're in the natural time now.
Yes, and it's almost arguable that daylight savings time should be our natural time here on the East Coast, because we're so far east. You have to remember that the time here is the same as it is in Indiana. Like. So many miles away. So, 4 o'clock in the afternoon here is almost like a full hour ahead of where they're at. Yeah. Then all of a sudden there's that magical line where it goes to Central Time, and you go to Illinois, and Illinois is Central Time. So if you hit that line there, oh, look, we're on Eastern Time. Oh, it's an hour later. So you know what you do, right? If you're in the bars in Indiana, you go to Illinois, and you get one more extra hour.
Oh my God! I didn't even need the mic
this
for
is the
that
way
laugh.
you think. This is the way you think, right? That's some thinking, right?
Good thinking, buddy.
You know, hey, look, bars are closed here. Let's go across the line. Okay. Just like back in the day when you couldn't buy beer on Sunday, everybody go to New Hampshire. Let's go on a New Hampshire run. Okay, yeah. That's where you go to get your beer. Make a Newy run.
Tax-free New Hampshire. Of course, we all fill out that information on our Massachusetts taxes.
Right. No. All right. So, do we have some best days, Carrie?
We do.
All right. So, what's the best day for love?
The best day for love? That's going to be Monday. It could be that and more.
And more.
And more.
Oh, really?
And more.
Okay. So,
Well, I mean, you're going to have to figure out the and more part.
and more part. And more.
But to do that, you're going to look to the ruler of Capricorn.
And now, and more includes the word amor or amore, like an eel. All right. What's the best day for business, Carrie?
That's amore. That's going to be Wednesday. Prioritize personal business over the day job. Believe that? You're going to go into the day job and you're going to wrap it the heck up because your shit's more important, okay? Go what first seems fair.
All right. And the best day for health is?
That is Sunday.
Oh, today?
The day we're recording.
Oh, wow.
Maybe we'll get our butts out for a walk after we do this. Maybe. Give away that leftover candy and begin again.
Oh, white wedding. Here we go again.
White wedding.
Yeah.
Starting
again! Flash for fantasy. Flash.
No, that's Monday.
And what's the best day for transformation?
Transformation.
Transylvania
Transformation is Monday.
Vampires were in the forecast. I didn't even know it.
Well, that's
Bram Stoker and
that's the and then.
I know, but Vlad of Wallachia and Bram Stoker were in the
Yeah, I know.
But
and
I
you didn't know.
But I didn't, because I don't read that far ahead. I'm sorry. I know, it's just strange. The vibrations just enter my mind, and it's like, I'm feeling vampires for Christmas.
Really?
Stop it.
Anyhow,
Gaze into my eyes. You are helpless. All right.
So anyhow, we can see things and know that things are radically different. radically different. Yes. We're clearly entering a different phase. Are you ready to complete the transformation? Come out of your little chrysalis. Come out of your little coffin. The phoenix is returning to the flame.
Rising. All right. This whole week is a transition to a dangerous new moon.
Dangerous?
Dangerous. The moon in Scorpio will be too much for some to handle. It's a fact. Want to see people who don't know what to do with power?
No.
Please say no.
No.
Please say no. They're on TV right now. Okay. Blah, 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 blah.
Shut the fuck up.
Yes, exactly. I say we begin to step into our own power by ridding ourselves of judgment.
Yeah.
Just don't bother. Because if you rid yourself of judgment and you're judging other people, or you're afraid they're going to judge you.
You're working on fear.
And if you get rid of that, that way we'll be less afraid to be our authentic selves. Like this video.
Very important.
Unfortunately, that's the way I really am.
Yeah.
That vampire crap.
Unfortunately. Yeah, he is this random.
That's the way it is.
Yeah, it's a pretty beautiful sentiment, but I kind of feel like you might have overhyped some stuff in this episode, though.
No, not at all. Not in the performance.
You know what? I can't even agree with any of these lines. I can agree with that's a beautiful sentiment, but the rest, I feel like you overhyped it. Oh, you've been mostly rational. Neither of those.
I wrote it rationally.
Neither. You were full of shit there.
I wrote it rationally. I just performed it the way I always am.
Better.
All right.
Better.
So, look, this isn't about standing out. Or is it? But I quietly prepared it.
You did prepare it quietly.
I did prepare it quietly, and it was meant to be a very serious presentation. And then, Dracula.
I mean, the quiet preparation and Dracula are kind of all very Scorpio-like. Mars in Scorpio is going to be quiet until Saturday.
It's the creeping Mars.
We don't typically pay very close attention to the other dwarf planets and asteroids, though.
But we do it weekly. We mentioned Pallas Athena.
This weekly, yeah.
Yeah, we do. We do. During the dailies. You have to listen. Daily-astrocat.com. Daily. Get it?
Yeah.
Daily.
Every day.
Podcast. The podcast is just as amusing as this is. Who would have known? Look, true. Occasionally we mention series. We do frequently factor a Chiron into our forecast.
Chiron. Why is Chiron?
Chiron.
Chiron.
I don't know, because I talk like I'm a freaking elite asshole.
Chiron. We'll be doing this today.
Exactly. You know, the Bruins play hockey. It drives people nuts. It's hockey. It's hockey. No, it's hockey. All right? They play hockey. All right?
I didn't even notice that it was different. Oh my God, I'm getting
A lot of people say hockey.
It's hockey.
It's hockey.
Hockey.
It is hockey. So anyway, enough of this hanky-panky. Okay. Haumea, the asteroid, the dwarf planet, that weirdly shaped thing that we had on our screen.
Shaped like a weird little football.
Was kind of a game changer for us as far as outer planets were concerned, and the goddess asteroids and stuff like that. It's fun to get into that stuff and to see what other people think of it, and then more importantly, to see what my interpretation is of that, because my interpretation of Haumea was quite, I don't want to say different, but it factored in larger than what I had originally anticipated that it would. And it was such a nice metaphor for that beginning of the Scorpio season that it just blossomed forward. Now, we have a different season starting now. Sagittarius season is going to be starting. Mercury is the first planet to make an ingress to that. And standing right there at the doorway is Saturn. Now, Saturn was very welcoming when the planets came in to Scorpio, because that was a 120-degree trine. This is a square. This is an opposition. This means that we're going to have to take a look at something that what's being asked of us as we move beyond this point and get into a spot where we're going to be dealing with Jupiter philosophically and educationally and everything like that, and trying to expand what it is that we know and what our knowledge is out there further, okay? But the work has to be done. And that's what Saturn is there to remind you. It's like, this is not easy. This is work, okay? Now, Haumea took that energy that we had and refocused it. And the planets that entered it, you've seen the changes here. You've seen the changes here. There are transformations in what we're doing right now that are a direct result of that kind of mindset and what effect that had on us and on me and on personally my astrology, okay? That's the way it is. It's transformed in a radical and very Scorpio way.
Yeah, very nice. All I have to say is change is inevitable. Don't fear it. Own it.
Have a happy Astro Week. Happy
Astrocatting.
Didn't work.
Definitely, yeah.
Oh, no, but we're actually looking at the camera right there, so it totally worked.
That's different.